Good morning, and I hope your day is starting off well and that your week is going well. Today is Tuesday, and today was 159 days in a row of doing the ice bath journey for me. And one of the things that I started thinking about today as I was doing my ice bath, it started with the preparation. And as some of you know from my past vlogs that I have done, uh, that when we had the freeze and I was breaking up the ice, pressure built up in the pipes and actually exploded the case where the filter was. And it took me back to when I was having to make ice to put into the tub because that's what I had to do this morning because today was the first day that the temperatures were above freezing enough that it didn't keep it cold. And so, I mean, when I say cold, 43 degrees is cold. Don't get me wrong, but not cold enough as far as for me for an ice bath plunge. And so, but it got me thinking about this journey that I'm on and how it relates so much to life. And when there are things that we're wanting to do in our lives, uh, and we make a commitment to do something, sometimes the hoops that we have to go through, the hurdles that we have to jump, and the things that we have to do. And if you're committed to something, you've made a commitment to yourself, you've made a commitment to others, and you have to oftentimes think about why did you make the commitment to begin with? And I think about my journey from being in the insurance industry and why I got into the insurance industry when I did, and sometimes I would have obstacles that would come up, especially in the very beginning. That's the reason why that 75% of all people that get into the insurance industry quit within the first 90 days, and actually 92% of all the people that get into the insurance industry are gone even before they can renew their license. And so, in the very beginning, it's very difficult. And a lot of it has to do with people's commitment levels. And, that's a hard fact to really, I may lose people at this point because you're going, oh, I don't want to hear that. And I'm not trying to be negative about it. I'm trying to be very realistic because those statistics are really real statistics and there's a reason for it. My belief is that it's a lack of commitment. And you say, well, no, I'm a committed person. I do, we don't always. And I can say that because the first time I got into the insurance industry and the second time I got into the insurance industry, I didn't stay in the industry. So I was a part of that 92%. In fact, a couple of times I was a part of the 75%, and I was gone before the first 90 days was over. And so, I am talking to myself along this journey as well. So, but these are things that I've learned, and once I understood and grasped the concept of commitment and really what that meant. And what I mean is I do want to go back to when I was first in the insurance industry, and where many people, and as if you know me and you know that I was a recruiter in the industry, and so I would see people come and go in the industry. And as I saw them coming and going, I would, when I had the opportunity to ask them the reasons why that they were going and looking for a 9 to 5, or they were, you know, going and doing other things, or going into other parts of sales, or, whatever the case may be. But I would, when I had the opportunity to ask them, a lot of times it had to do with, well, my spouse, um, every single day when I would come home after a long day of being in insurance, they would say, "So did you bring home a check? Did you write any policies today?" And so, and I'm not saying that it's the spouse's fault that they're doing that, because they're concerned. They want to make sure that they're secure, and financially in the relationship. And so, and I'm not saying all spouses are like that, because they're not, but sometimes they are. And it's not blaming them, but it's out of a lack of knowledge, and it's a lack of understanding. And so, but then that salesperson, they just get tired of hearing that, and the pressure starts to build, and so they give up. And that's where it comes into commitment, and not being able to keep a commitment. We do have to take personal responsibility. It wasn't the spouse's fault, because there were lots of factors involved in that. Because sometimes we have to do things in spite of. I can tell you, when last week when I was out of town, and I did keep my commitment, but my spouse, when I said, uh, her comment to me was, "You're only going to be gone for one day, and you've already done your ice bath today, and so tomorrow you're going to be coming home." Now, and so she said, "You could do your ice bath when you get home." And my comment to her is, "Well, what if my flight gets delayed and all these things?" And she was like, "Well, what difference does one day make?" So it doesn't mean, and I'm not blaming her, and I'm not even saying that that's bad that she did that, because but we have a different idea when it comes to, and we're at different places in that respect, as to where we are in our lives. We do um, align in a lot of areas, but that's just one of the areas to her. If I miss today, it doesn't make that big of a difference. To me, it makes a huge difference, because I want to be able to say that, I didn't want to have to say, today is 150, 58, because today's 159. Didn't want to have to say, well, it's 159 days in a row, and I've done 158 ice baths. No, I didn't want to have to say that. I want to be able to continue to say, today is 159 days in a row. And so tomorrow, I want it to say 160 days in a row. So that's about my commitment level, and what am I willing to do to make sure that I fulfill that commitment. So anyway, I hope you have a great day. Just want to drop on here, do a post show. I have done my ice bath. Um, and, I want to do just a quick uh, um, shout out a little bit to a couple people. And if you're watching this, and you were one of the people that did this, I really do appreciate it, because I haven't been doing my daily vlog every single day. I have them, and I have them recorded, and uh, So I have to make a commitment to you that I'm going to continue, and I do need to play catch up to get those edited and get those out. But I appreciate your concerns and thinking that possibly that I had missed a day, but I haven't. And it's just that I haven't gotten the vlogs out. So anyway, I sure do appreciate you guys. And if you're watching the replay, do me a huge favor and share this if you think that somebody could get some value from this. That's the part of the commitment for me, is it's not just a commitment to me, but it's a commitment to you. And if I can make your day a little bit better, if I can make your world a little bit better, that's what I really want to do. I appreciate every single one of you very much, and have a great day. Bye.